Okay, outcasts. Here are our top 5 most terrifying lost and found tapes. There are so many horror films that are based and inspired by found footage. Movies such as The Blair Witch Project and Unfriended both deal with it. A first-person recording of the terrifying events unfolding in front of them. Those, of course, are movies. But in the dark corners of the internet, there are real examples of terrifying lost and found tapes. And here are our top 5. Number 5. Grizzly Man. Timothy Treadwell was an animal conservationist and environmentalist. He made a few documentaries and was especially interested in grizzly bears. For the last 13 years of his life, Timothy spent his time in Alaska, making a documentary featuring grizzly bears. To many, he was known as the Bear Whisperer, due to his ability to calmly escape bears and understand them. His goal was to persuade others not to be afraid of bears, but clearly that lesson wasn't meant to be learned. He thought he had a special connection to the dangerous animal and was certain that they wouldn't hurt him. However, in October of 2003, Timothy and his girlfriend, Amy Hugenard, died at the ages 46 and 37 when they were mauled by a grizzly bear during their last summer in Alaska. There was an audio tape found on the 6th of October when a helicopter crew came looking for the couple. The eerie tape contains audio of the vicious attack, and it is absolutely horrifying to listen to. It features the sounds of tortured humans being eaten alive by a bear they thought they could trust.
Truly, you must never listen to this.
I know, Werner. I'm never going to.
And you must never look at the photos that I've seen at the coroner's office.
I will never look at them.
Yeah.
Lesson to be learned here. Don't try to befriend wild animals. The terrifying tape is said to be kept secure somewhere, and there is a recording of it online that is rumored to be real. The video from number 4 on our list is definitely real. Number 4. The murders of Liberty German and Abigail Williams. In February of 2017, 2 young girls went missing. Footage of the girls was left behind via Snapchat story. Liberty German and her friend Abigail Williams were 2 14 and 13-year-old girls who went missing while walking around abandoned train tracks in Indiana. Like most teens, they wanted to explore some new surroundings in their small town, and unfortunately, they ran into some major trouble. When the girls didn't show up to their designated pickup spot, the local authorities were called. An hour passed by, and when the girls had yet to show up, their parents grew suspicious. The girls were Snapchatting their adventure, and within their Snapchat stories, they captured pictures of an old man who appeared to be following them throughout the day. Their 2 lifeless bodies were found in the woods surrounding the tracks they were exploring, near a creek. The creek was about half a mile away from the tracks. Once the girls were labelled as missing, a Snapchat video audio tape was revealed to the public in order to help find the suspect of the kidnapping. The audio tape was suspected to be the man that was following the girls, and it includes the 3 words, "down the hill." Unfortunately, the case has never been solved, and the murderer never found. From the unsolved to the definitely solved, number 3 on our list has obvious antagonists. Number 3. The murder of Cassie Stoddart. In 2006, 2 Idaho teens filmed a series of videos describing and detailing a terrible plot they were planning against their high school friend, Cassie Stoddart. The videotapes they recorded were leading up to her murder. They devised a plan, which included going to the house that Stoddart was going to be house-sitting for a casual movie night. It's said that the boys were inspired by the horror film Scream, when in the beginning scenes of the movie, a young girl who is alone in a house is killed. On the night of the murder, the 2 boys left the house early and parked down the street from the house, ready for their moment to strike. Once Stodart's boyfriend left the house, the two entered the house and stabbed her 30 times, leaving her dead. There is a video recording of the boys driving away from the scene of the crime, discussing what they had just done.
We know there's lots of doors, there's lots of places to hide. I locked the back doors, it's all locked. Now we just gotta wait. I just killed Cassie. We just left her house. This is not a fucking joke.
I'm shaking.
I stabbed her in the throat and I saw her lifeless body just disappear. Dude, I just Cassie. That felt like fucking real. I mean, it went by so fast.
Shut the fuck up, we gotta get our act straight.
Okay.
There's even a video of the two boys recording Cassie on the day of her death at her locker.
Say hi, please. Can't see it. Wait.
And she clearly looks uncomfortable with being filmed. It is unknown why the boys did this, besides being inspired by the film Scream and notoriety. Perhaps it was all for fame. But what good is fame when you're sentenced to life without possibility of parole? Number 2 on our list proves that humans aren't the only murderers. Mother Nature is pretty vicious herself. Number 2. Paris Catacombs. The Paris Catacombs are home to over 6 million of Paris's dead. Inside the catacombs are thousands upon thousands of skeletal remains. It's said that the catacombs are an extremely haunted place, but more importantly, they should not be explored alone. Only a small portion of the catacombs is available for the public to see, as the other portion is too dangerous to explore and can lead to disappearances. The people who illegally explore the catacombs are known as cataphiles. These cataphiles may know secret entrances to the catacombs, but apparently, entrances are also accessible through manholes and sewer lines. Going through these are extremely dangerous due to the narrow walkways and occasional flooded areas within the mines. It's very easy to take a wrong turn and get lost within the miles of tunnels. This happened to one man who was exploring the catacombs by himself, and to this day, he has not been identified or located. One day, a video camera was found by a group of cataphiles going through the tunnels, and what they found on the camera was incredibly disturbing. The video shows a man exploring the tunnels by himself and displays his experiences firsthand.
He's running faster and faster and faster, deeper and deeper into the catacombs. And all of a sudden...
He adventures for about 40 minutes until he begins to panic. The man begins to pick up his pace, and then he gets so terrified that he drops the camera and runs. The camera would record until the battery died. To this day, the man has never been identified, and we are unsure if he is alive or dead. If anything, this video should inspire this message: don't go into the catacombs alone. The most shocking on our list comes in at number 1. There are really no words for the insanity displayed in this story. Number 1. Ricardo Lopez. Ricardo Lopez, also known as the Bjork Stalker, was a pest control worker who developed an unhealthy obsession with the Icelandic singer Bjork and attempted to kill her in 1996. Throughout his fanatic fixation with Bjork, he filmed videotapes of himself that he liked to call video diaries. Things started to go downhill when Bjork started dating Goldie, a British musician. Once their relationship became public, Ricardo took personal offense to Bjork dating anyone else and became enraged. He plotted a devious plan to take Bjork's life and recorded everything. He was going to mail her a homemade bomb and then kill himself so that the two of them could be together in afterlife. Throughout the terrifying videos, you can see Lopez increasingly becoming more and more unhinged.
Now, yesterday I purchased this camera. Today I purchased the tripod. And I will begin a documentation of my life, of my art, and of my plans. What I do feel for her, okay, I know many people would say, you can't possibly love somebody you don't know. Love is something with time. Love is, you know what love is?
Along with these video diaries, he also kept a written diary, which grew to be 808 pages in length. All diary entries referenced how depressed he was with his life, and how he saw himself as a failure who couldn't get a girlfriend. In his final moments, he appeared on screen with red and green paint on his face, and Bjork songs playing in the background. Horrifyingly, he shoots himself with a gun and dies on camera. His body and the videotapes weren't found until 4 days later, and the homemade bomb was confiscated upon discovery of the videos. The extremely distressing tapes were confiscated and distributed among journalists who wrote about the story. Obviously, these videos can be highly disturbing, so please, watch with caution if you are planning to, as they are definitely not for the faint of heart. For more dark and mysterious content from Insanity Collection, hit one of the thumbnails that are displayed on the screen. Stick around and you'll really love what else our channel has to offer. We invite you to become part of the community and to watch more of our videos. Until next time, stay insane.